What does success mean to you? Is it a big house, a fancy car, or a high-paying job? Or is it something more, something deeper? In today's world, we're often told that success is all about what we own and how much money we make. But what if this idea of success is just an illusion? What if true success lies in finding our authentic selves beyond the glitter of material possessions? Let's talk about the trap of materialism. Our society tends to push the idea that having more stuff equals being more successful. We see it in ads, on social media, and even in our conversations with friends and family. There's always a new gadget to buy, a trendier outfit to wear, or a bigger house to own. But here's the thing. The happiness we get from these material things doesn't last long. We buy something new, feel good for a while, and then that feeling fades. Soon we're looking for the next thing to buy, hoping it will make us feel successful and happy again. It's like being on a never-ending treadmill, always running but never really getting anywhere. So maybe it's time to think about success differently. What if success isn't about what we have, but about who we are? What if it's about feeling fulfilled, content, and at peace with ourselves? This kind of success doesn't come from outside sources. It comes from within. It's about understanding ourselves, knowing what truly matters to us, and living in a way that aligns with our deepest values. But here's the challenge. Many of us wear masks in our daily lives. We put on a show for others, trying to meet their expectations and gain their approval. We might act a certain way at work, another way with friends, and yet another way on social media. We're constantly seeking validation from others, hoping that if enough people think we're successful, we'll finally feel successful ourselves. But this external validation is like building a house on sand. It's unstable and can crumble at any moment. True success, true happiness, comes from being authentic and genuine. So how do we find our authentic selves in a world that's always telling us to be something else? It starts with self-reflection. We need to take time to really think about who we are, what we want, and what matters most to us. This isn't always easy. It requires honesty and sometimes facing truths about ourselves that we might not like. But it's necessary if we want to live authentically. One way to start this self-reflection is by asking ourselves some important questions. What makes us truly happy? Not just temporarily pleased, but deeply satisfied. What are our core values? What do we believe in, even when no one else is watching? What kind of person do we want to be, regardless of our job title or bank balance? These questions can help us begin to uncover our true selves. As we start to understand ourselves better, we can begin to align our actions with our values. This means making decisions based on what's truly important to us, not just what society tells us is important. It might mean choosing a job that's fulfilling rather than one that simply pays well. It could mean spending more time with loved ones instead of working overtime to buy more things. It might even mean letting go of relationships or activities that don't align with who we really are. This process of aligning our actions with our values helps us cultivate inner wealth. Inner wealth is the kind of richness that doesn't show up on a bank statement. It's about feeling content, fulfilled, and at peace with ourselves. It's about having strong, meaningful relationships and a sense of purpose in life. Inner wealth comes from living authentically, from being true to ourselves and our values. But let's be real. Living this way isn't always easy. We live in a society that's constantly pushing us towards materialism and external validation. We're bombarded with messages telling us we need to buy more, earn more, and show off more to be successful. Breaking free from this mindset can be challenging. It might mean going against the grain, making choices that others don't understand or approve of. So how do we stay true to ourselves in a world that's always trying to shape us into something else? One way is to stay connected to our inner selves. This might mean practicing mindfulness or meditation, keeping a journal, or simply taking regular time for quiet reflection. These practices can help us stay grounded in who we are and what's truly important to us. Another important aspect of finding our true selves is building meaningful relationships. When we surround ourselves with people who accept and appreciate us for who we really are, it becomes easier to be authentic. These relationships provide a supportive environment where we can be ourselves without fear of judgment. They also offer different perspectives and can help us grow as individuals. Building these kinds of relationships requires vulnerability and honesty. It means being willing to show our true selves, including our flaws and insecurities. It means being open to deep, meaningful conversations that go beyond surface level small talk. These connections take time and effort to build, but they're an essential part of living an authentic, fulfilling life. As we become more in tune with our authentic selves, we often discover a desire to create a life of purpose. This doesn't necessarily mean doing something grand or world-changing, although it could. It's about using our unique gifts and passions in a way that feels meaningful to us. Maybe it's through our work, our hobbies, or how we interact with others in our daily lives. The key is that it comes from a place of authenticity, aligning with who we truly are and what we value. Finding our purpose often involves identifying our unique gifts and passions. What are we naturally good at? What activities make us lose track of time because we enjoy them so much? What issues or causes do we care deeply about? By exploring these questions, we can start to uncover our purpose. Once we've identified our gifts and passions, the next step is finding ways to use them to contribute positively to the world. This could be through our careers, volunteer work, creative projects, or even just in our everyday interactions with others. When we use our gifts in service of something greater than ourselves, we often find a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose. As we start living more authentically and purposefully, we might find that our definition of success changes. Instead of measuring our worth by our bank balance or job title, we might start gauging our progress in different ways. Are we living in alignment with our values? Are we nurturing meaningful relationships? Are we using our gifts to make a positive impact? Are we growing and learning as individuals? These alternative measures of success are often more fulfilling and sustainable than material wealth or social status. They're based on our own personal growth and contributions, rather than comparisons to others or societal standards. They allow us to define success on our own terms in a way that's meaningful to us. It's important to remember that this journey to finding our true selves is ongoing. It's not about reaching a final destination, but about continually growing, learning, and aligning our lives with our authentic selves. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way. We might sometimes feel pulled back towards materialistic measures of success. We might face criticism or misunderstanding from others who don't share our values, but the rewards of living authentically are worth the challenges. When we're true to ourselves, we often find a sense of peace and contentment that no material possession can provide. We build deeper, more meaningful relationships. We feel a sense of purpose and fulfillment in our daily lives. We become more resilient in the face of life's ups and downs because our sense of self isn't dependent on external circumstances. Living authentically also allows us to inspire and positively influence others. When we have the courage to be true to ourselves, it can encourage others to do the same. We create a ripple effect, contributing to a world where people value authenticity and inner growth over material success. As we navigate this journey, it's helpful to develop practices that keep us connected to our authentic selves. This might include regular self-reflection, perhaps through journaling or meditation. It could involve seeking out inspiring books, podcasts, or talks that align with our values and encourage personal growth. It might mean finding a community of like-minded individuals who support our journey towards authenticity. It's also important to practice self-compassion along the way. We're all human, and will make mistakes or sometimes fall back into old patterns. When this happens, we need to be kind to ourselves. Instead of harsh self-criticism, we can view these moments as opportunities for learning and growth. Each challenge we face is a chance to reaffirm our commitment to living authentically. Another crucial aspect of this journey is learning to trust ourselves. In a world full of conflicting advice and opinions, it's easy to constantly second-guess our decisions. But as we become more attuned to our authentic selves, we can learn to trust our inner wisdom. This doesn't mean we never seek advice or consider other perspectives. It means we weigh that input against our own values and intuition, making decisions that feel right for us. As we progress on this path, we might find that our relationships change. Some friendships might naturally fade as we outgrow old patterns or shared interests. This can be difficult, but it's a natural part of personal growth. At the same time, we're likely to attract new relationships that align more closely with our authentic selves. These new connections often feel deeper and more meaningful because they're based on who we truly are, not who we're pretending to be. It's also worth noting that living authentically doesn't mean we never compromise or adapt to different situations. We still need to function in society, which sometimes requires flexibility. The key is to find a balance where we can adapt when necessary without losing touch with our core selves. It's about being true to our values and authentic selves while still navigating the practicalities of daily life. As we continue on this journey of self-discovery and authentic living, we might find that our goals and aspirations evolve. Things we once thought were important might lose their appeal, while new interests and ambitions emerge. This is a natural and positive part of the process. As we become more aligned with our true selves, our goals naturally shift to reflect our authentic desires and values. It's also important to remember that finding our true selves isn't about achieving perfection. It's not about becoming some idealized version of ourselves. Instead, it's about accepting who we are, including our flaws and imperfections. It's about growing and improving, yes, but from a place of self-acceptance rather than self-criticism. Living authentically also involves being honest with others. This doesn't mean we need to share every thought and feeling with everyone we meet. It means being genuine in our interactions, expressing our true thoughts and feelings when appropriate, and setting boundaries that align with our values. This honesty can lead to more genuine connections and can help create an environment where others feel safe to be authentic too. As we become more comfortable with our authentic selves, we might find that we're less affected by others' judgments or opinions. This doesn't mean we become insensitive to others. Rather, we develop a strong enough sense of self that we can consider others' perspectives without being overly swayed by them. We can listen and learn from others while still staying true to our own values and beliefs. One of the beautiful things about this journey is that it never really ends. There's always more to learn about ourselves, always ways to grow and evolve. As we continue to live authentically, we might find that our understanding of our true selves deepens and expands. What seemed true about ourselves a year ago might shift as we gain new experiences and insights. This ongoing journey of self-discovery can bring a sense of excitement and purpose to life. Instead of feeling stuck in a fixed identity or chasing after external markers of success, we're continually exploring, growing, and becoming more fully ourselves. This process can bring a sense of vitality and engagement to our daily lives. Living authentically also allows us to be more present in our experiences. When we're not constantly trying to maintain a facade or meet others' expectations, we can fully engage with the present moment. We can appreciate the simple joys of life, find meaning in our daily activities, and connect more deeply with the world around us. As we continue on this path, we might find that our definition of success becomes more fluid and personalized. Instead of a fixed endpoint to reach, success becomes about the journey itself. It's about how we're living each day, how we're treating ourselves and others, how we're growing and contributing. This shift can bring a sense of peace and contentment, freeing us from the constant striving that often comes with more materialistic definitions of success. In conclusion, finding our true selves amidst the noise of materialism and societal expectations is a challenging but rewarding journey. It requires courage, self-reflection, and a willingness to go against the grain. But the rewards, a sense of authenticity, deeper relationships, a feeling of purpose, and a more meaningful definition of success, are invaluable. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all path to authenticity. Your journey will be unique to you, shaped by your experiences, values, and aspirations. The key is to start the journey, to begin questioning the conventional definitions of success, and to explore what truly matters to you. So, as you move forward from here, consider taking some time for self-reflection. Ask yourself those important questions about what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. Start paying attention to when you feel most authentic and alive. Begin to align your actions with your values, even in small ways. Remember, this isn't about making drastic changes overnight. It's about starting a process of self-discovery and gradual alignment with your true self. It's about making choices each day that bring you closer to living authentically. As you embark on this journey, be patient and kind with yourself. Celebrate the small victories, learn from the challenges, and keep moving forward. Remember that every step you take towards living authentically is a step towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Your true self is waiting to be discovered and expressed. The path may not always be easy, but it's infinitely worthwhile. So why not start today? Why not take that first step towards uncovering your authentic self and redefining what success means to you? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey to authenticity and true success starts now.